Hello, and welcome to NHSN. I'm David Gatesgory.
And I'm Sarah McFadden. Today we'd like to officially congratulate the entire school on officially surviving your first month of school and entering into your second. Starting this week, Math Help will be available to all students in the Math and Science Conference Room on Mondays and Tuesdays. Student may drop in during the school day until 3 p.m. So if you just want a little support with your math class or simply cannot figure out direct intervals, feel free to stop by.
This past Saturday, Republican nominee for Governor Charlie Baker visited Needham High School to hold a rally. Charlie went to school and played football and basketball for Needham High. In his speech, Baker told ralliers of the importance of Needham in his childhood and how great of a youth experience the community provided. Senator Scott Brown opened up in support for Baker with an extensive account of not only Baker's positive qualities, but his efforts in Massachusetts politics as well. Now, let's check in with our Needham Rockets.
Thanks, guys, and welcome to sports. I'm George Shamoon. Last Tuesday, the field hockey team faced off against Braintree under the lights. Despite a driving rain, the Rockets were able to come away with 3 goals while Harriet Sussman picked up her second shutout of the season, leaving the score as 3-0 Rockets. Seniors Nina Das and Ariel Sherry scored their first goals of the season, while junior Elizabeth Thornton scored her 6th goal in 7 games. Their record is now 3-3-1. This week, Needham girls swimming continue their winning streak, winning both their meets against Braintree and Framingham. Framingham was one of their biggest and most competitive meets of the season, and they came away with a 99-87 win. Needham swept both the 200 and 500-yard freestyle with great swims from Tori McCormick, Sarah DiNatale, Katie Santinello, as well as Jessica Murphy and Sydney Dixon. Congratulations to the 4-0 season. The boys' soccer team played Xaverian, a strong opponent, on Saturday. The Rockets were able to come away with a significant win, with the score being 2-0. Let's take a look at the highlights.
Pick up here in the 36th minute with the Rockets with a nice 1-2 pass between Nolan and Mack before Brendan Crow passes it to Quentin Panier, who scores. A nice build-up. Panier's first goal of the season. And then we get here to the 70th minute in the second half when the Rockets go in front 2-0 with Max Steves gets a nice header here for the goal. Mac's first goal of the season after having 3 of his goals called back.
That's all for sports. Back to you guys.
Are you interested in traveling abroad, helping others, trekking, and having the time of your life in an exotic paradise? If so, get ready for the 2012 World Challenge Expedition. Already, NHS students have traveled to South Africa, Peru, and Tanzania through the World Challenge program. Come to the informational meetings on Wednesday at 7:30 in the morning in room 712 or Thursday at 2:45 p.m. in room 712 to find out where we're headed next. See Mrs. Wiegand for more information or if you're interested, but unable to attend.
We're all plenty proud of our Rocket football team, but until now we've only seen them in highlight reels. Well, that's all about to change with the upcoming retrospective film on the Needham High School football team. One of the 5 project team members, Jamie Walker, says that he wants to highlight the sense of community associated with Needham's football culture. This movie, still in its early phases, is slated to be shown at the November 5th tricentennial celebration of the town of Needham. This is a great way to look back at 100 years of Needham football and celebrate our town's 300th birthday.
On a more serious note, please watch this segment about bullying at Needham High School.
Is the intentional abuse, harassment, or teasing with malicious intent of others inside a school or on school grounds. In-school bullying can affect anyone, the students, the bullies, and the victim. It can also lead to the victims feeling unsafe at school, a place where students are supposed to feel comfortable and be able to learn without worrying about being approached by bullies.
I think it's important for students to feel safe because they can do their best work when they're in an environment that they feel comfortable and feel good about themselves. So if a student feels threatened or is feeling like they're being pushed around, they're not going to be able to perform as well in their academics or sports. I also think kids are really good with saying it to or out of earshot of teachers, so like in the hallways or when they know other people aren't around, if they're being meaner or quieter about it. Classroom situations, sometimes I'll pull kids out in the hall if I see something and just try to get a sense of if a student is feeling bad about something or is being harassed or bullied. The situations that I've been involved in, that are more serious have been ones where students came to me. So they didn't involve my class, but they came to me and told me about either outside of school stuff or school stuff that they were being bullied.
Ileana, a junior at Needham High School, shares her opinion of how staff members should be held responsible for bullying prevention.
I think it's absolutely their responsibility to step in. They're, representatives of the school, and they're in charge of us through the school day and kind of act as our guardians. So if they see someone being bullied, no matter what the circumstance, it's definitely their responsibility to step in and stop it and figure out what's going on. I'm sure there's instances in where the bullies can, be really physical or violent, and getting involved might, get you punched in the face or something. But I think other times, if you just see someone picking on someone else or just kind of being a jerk, it's not a bad idea to step in and be like, hey, stop being a jerk.
Miss Plunkett, a Needham High School guidance counselor, believes that bullying has not increased at Needham High School.
I don't necessarily think that there's an increase in bullying. What I do think is that there's an increase in awareness about what constitutes bullying, and therefore people are more aware of the bullying that is going on around them. Yes, definitely this year I can think of many students who've come because, again, with the increased awareness, they're starting to identify either seeing other students bullying or feeling bullied themselves.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week.
Remember, it's your school and your news.
Thanks for watching, and see
you next week.
So it'd make your...
This is the high school news.
Oh my god, I'm gonna look so bad.
1,500 people.
The camera adds 15
A
times.
heart attack. Yeah, and I still look damn good.
What?
He's a smirker.
Y'all.